Just south of India, Sri Lanka packs blue coastlines, ancient ruins, and misty mountain peaks onto a single island. Because it looks so compact on a map, travelers regularly assume they can cross off every major site in a standard 5 to 7 day vacation. But attempting to squeeze the capital, the historical monuments, and the mountain trains into 1 week guarantees exhausting cross-country transit that will ruin the actual experience. To avoid that trap, this decision tree maps your time in Sri Lanka, separating travelers by available days. If you follow the under 7 days path, you hit a harsh split. You must choose between the highlands and the cultural triangle. You cannot do both. A high ROI vacation requires ruthlessly cutting out entire regions of the map that don't directly serve the specific type of trip you want. Your trip will almost certainly start in the capital, Colombo. It is the island's hub for modern convenience. Staying here usually means allocating 1 or 2 days to walk the beachfront, visit shopping malls, and take in the city nightlife. The payoff is straightforward: immediate comfort and an easy logistical landing right after a long flight. The hidden cost, however, is that it burns precious time in a setting that feels very similar to dozens of other modern coastal cities. For a tightly packed itinerary, Colombo serves best as a brief logistical buffer on your first or last night, rather than the primary focus of your trip. Heading inland, we reach the cultural triangle, starting with the Sigiriya Rock Fortress. Reaching this UNESCO heritage site demands a 200-meter vertical climb straight up the rock face, often in heavy tropical heat. Moving further south to Kandy brings you to the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic. Here, profound Buddhist history collides with serious congestion. You are navigating intense, shoulder-to-shoulder crowds of international tourists and local pilgrims. In exchange for dealing with the sweat and the crowds, you gain direct access to thousands of years of preserved history and architecture. The Cultural Triangle offers the highest historical reward on the island, but it demands the highest peak physical and mental energy to endure it. Then there are the Highland Escapes, currently the most popularized region of the country on social media. Getting to this region requires booking tickets on the iconic, slow-moving Highland trains. The reward for the long ride to Ella is direct access to trekking routes and architectural landmarks like the Nine Arches Bridge. Higher up, Nuwara Eliya offers a completely different aesthetic. Known as Little England, it provides a cool microclimate surrounded by vast rolling tea plantations. But the severe trade-off here is speed. The scenic transit through the mountains is so slow that it will completely cannibalize a 5-day trip, leaving zero room for the beaches or the ruins. While the highlands offer the island's most dramatic landscapes for hikers, they act as a logistical trap for travelers trying to rush through a multi-region checklist. Across all of these regions, there are 2 non-negotiable realities. First, to secure optimal weather, you must strictly target the travel window between October and April. Second is the food. The baseline diet here relies on flavor-dense, spicy local staples like rice and curry. Embracing authentic dishes like egg hoppers is a highlight of the trip, but it requires being comfortable with a spice-driven dietary shift. Your region dictates what you see, the season dictates when you pay, and local cuisine dictates your comfort. To solve the short trip dilemma, we can use this quadrant chart. The horizontal axis measures physical and logistical effort, and the vertical axis shifts your focus from culture to nature. The active optimizer is someone who wants sweeping views and doesn't mind heavy travel hours. They plot into the top right, prioritizing a route directly to Ella and Nuwara Eliya while skipping Colombo entirely. The cultural pilgrim is willing to sweat for historical significance. They land in the bottom right, committing their energy to the steep climbs and dense crowds of Sigiriya and Kandy. If you have less than a week, picking one of these high-effort quadrants means strictly abandoning the other. It is the only way to guarantee a successful vacation. Finally, the weekend unwinder seeks pure relaxation without the exhaustion. They land on the left side of the chart, staying close to the Colombo coastline and focusing entirely on local dining. Regardless of your chosen path, the baseline requirements remain identical. Verify your passport validity, secure your travel permits early, and prepare your local currency. The core strategic rule for this island is simple: stop trying to conquer all of it in 7 days. Sri Lanka is a world-class destination, but its value is only accessible through disciplined curation, allowing you to actually experience the country rather than just commuting through it.